We've had a successful January, but now it's time for a really tough episode. One game against Bristol City, who are in the playoff fight, and then a crucial FA Cup game against Aston Villa in the round 32. So you can guess that we got through the third round. It doesn't take a genius to know that. But for the eighth time in Season 3, roll the intro.
Goes Pompey, 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 you're the team. Pompey, 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 you're the cream. Pompey, you're the greatest, and we'll keep following you. We'll keep following Pompey, following the boys in blue.
Hello everyone, and welcome to episode 8 of Season 3 of the Portsmouth Football Manager 2018, if I can speak. And today, as I said before, we're playing two crucial games. One against Bristol City in the league, where Jaap Stam's actually the manager now. That's an interesting bit. Has he just gone there? No, he's been there for quite a while. Fair enough. And then a game against Villa after the transfer window closes on the 1st of Feb in the FA Cup. So let's see how we got on in January, shall we? As you can see, we're 5 points away from the playoffs. We've done quite well in January. Obviously, I left you after the Sunderland and Fleetwood games. We played 5 games since. We beat Sheffield Wednesday 3-1. Chaplin scored a penalty and they got an own goal. David Brooks did get one back, but Macklin finished it off. We lost 1-0 to Bury. It was a really frustrating game. Zeli Ismail, who actually played for Wolves back in the day, I want to say. He was a Wolves youngster. He scored for Bury, and basically we went attacking all the game. We just couldn't get a goal. But after that, it was a completely different story. We beat Stevenage 4-0 with Adekanye, Naismith, Macklin and Chaplin all scoring. Then we won against the Villa 1-0 with a goal from Connor Chaplin, a penalty. And then we just drew against Ipswich Town 0-0. And as you can probably notice, after in the last 3 games, we've had 3 clean sheets. Why? Because we've signed Paulo Gazzaniga. We have signed him for £650,000 and he's played 3 games. He hasn't conceded any goals yet. And he's got 3 clean sheets on the back. And I'm really happy with that. Obviously, we've got him and Allsop in the team. And the 3 games that he's played so far, we haven't conceded a goal, which I think is a really good sign. In terms of the transfer news, we've just signed 1 more player. Or maybe actually signed 2. Luke Ellis has come in from Barnet. He was the head of youth development player. He seems decent. And we won't really be looking at him for a while. But Oliver Shenton is a more of a here and now project. He's coming for £100,000 from Stoke City, and he's a good player. I think he's a good player. As you can see, his physicals are all decent. He's got a good work rate and good technique, and good composure, and he's really going to fit in as a deep line playmaker. He's got plenty of championship experience on loan at Fleetwood, but you know, I think he's a Stoke player. I think he's quite good, and yeah, we've sent Sam Dalby also out on loan to Oldham. He was moaning that basically, you know, he hadn't got enough first team football. I said, fine, go out on loan. I'm more happy to see that, because obviously the under-23s don't actually compete in a league. But the reason that, well, I'll just explain something. We were going to get, who is it out on loan? We're going to send Ben Close out on loan, because as you can imagine, we've got Myler, May, and Shenton, and to be fair, we just didn't need Ben Close. So we're going to send him out on loan, but Adam May managed to get himself injured for about 2 months. So I thought, no, we can't loan out Ben Close now, we need a bit of backup, and he's out for a bit. We've also got Charlie Wakefield, who's out on loan at Southend, doing really well. 2 goals, 3 assists in his 23 games, but he's actually got crucial ligament damage, so he's going to be out for 6 to 9 months. So that's not going to help him whatsoever. We've also got Aaron Lennon, who's out for a bit, and Adekanye for a little bit of a niggle. So let's get into the game then against Bristol City in the Championship today. The team we're going for Gazzaniga in goal, Thompson, Burgess, Watmore and McCrory at the back, with Myler and Colkett in the midfield. The usual suspects, Naismith, Chaplin and Abita in attack midfield, and then Chris Long up front with Allsop, Landell, Clark, Close, Pittman, Lowe and McLinden on the bench. And then Dimitar Berbatov, we did try and release him, because I do regret signing him now. He just hasn't really delivered the goods. He's played 7 games, got 1 assist, but he hasn't really done anything else apart from that. And we want to loan him out, but we'll just see how that goes. And we're wasting a bit of money for him, but you know, it was an interesting project. And then Oliver Shenton, as you can see, he's got 3.5-star ability, so he's hopefully going to be a better player than Ben Close. Ben Close gets the nod on the bench just for today's game. So the last game, obviously, we played in the, well, not on camera, but just, was against Ipswich, and that was obviously 0-0. So hopefully we do a little bit better than that. They're playing with a 4-5-1, basically, with a defensive midfield. They've got Cuco Martina, Frank Filden, who's also been there. But they've had quite a turnaround, obviously, in real life as well as in FM, because last season they were facing relegation from the Championship, and Lee Johnson in real life has propelled them up the league. They have bottled it a little bit, because they've had some quite big losses. I mean, they lost to Wolves by a few goals, and then they lost to Villa by about 5, I think. I think it's 5-0 in real life. So that's a bit of a killer for them. But they might well get playoffs, and it'd be nice to see someone else if they got up to the Premier League. But we're 1-0 up. We're 8 minutes in, and we are 1-0 up. Lars Christopher Vilsvik Vilsvik gets the own goal for them, but it was actually Colkett who got the goal. McCrory put it in to Chaplin, and Chaplin put it into Colkett. He had a shot, and it was just deflected. In fact, 2 Bristol players. First Brian, and then Vilsvik, and it's 1-0 to us, and that's a very nice gift from Bristol there, and I'm more than happy with that. But Thompson to Colkett. Thompson back into the box. Nedelev out to McCrory. McCrory into a beater. Oh, not quite. Patterson to Wright. Oh, this is dangerous for them. Fielding puts it out to Deed Hoy, is it? I can't remember. I remember trying to say his game last time. Brian, though, just nearly gets a bit of redemption and scores at the other end. But we were going for the West Brom job last time out, and we didn't get it, basically. I don't really get it, because a lot of these clubs, we were favourite of Fulham as well, but we don't get any contact from these clubs, which, it's a shame. But I really feel we've got the right formula at Portsmouth. Everything just seems right. And I was really proud of that signing of Shenton, because I thought, it was shrewd spending £100,000 on a player who's going to be decent, potentially Premier League quality, but could definitely cut it in the Championship. And I thought, I'm quite happy with myself here, because we've only got about 2 million in the transfer budget, so we have to be quite shrewd anyway. But I was looking through the transfer listed players, and there were a few I wanted to sign. I mean, there was Naki Wells, who was only £100,000 from Burnley, but he wanted £1 million a year, and I'm only willing to offer about 800,000, so he was a bit grumpy at that. But at the end of the day, I think we've got a really good squad here, and maybe if we got promoted to the Premier League, which I fully believe we can do this year, it's just that we almost seem to get a little bit of inconsistency. I mean, we're only 3 points behind the playoffs now, but that's really as close as we've got all season to the playoffs. And hopefully, we can have I feel that we could probably go on a run like we are at the moment. The only game we've lost in January is against Bury. And as it stands, that is the only game we're going to lose in January, because obviously beating Bristol here. But Colkett to Naismith. Naismith to Long. Oh, right, gets it there, but Chaplin gets it back. A beater. It's a bit of a scrap near the box, but a beater gets it back. Couldn't even think what to say there, but Bristol now on the counter. Colkett gets it back, but it's quite hectic, this game is. And there's no doubt that anybody's not trying. But lovely ball from Patterson into Poll, and it is the first conceded goal for Gazzaniga. Not really much you could do about it there. It's also Kevin Poll's first goal for Bristol, a regen it seems. And there wasn't really much that you could do about it there. And at the end of the day, you are going to concede goals at some point. So Patterson, a lovely pass to Poll, and Gazzaniga really in the wrong position. He could have saved that, I suppose you can say, but hopefully that doesn't lead to 2 quick-fire goals there. But Chaplin to Naismith, back to Colkett to Myler, shoots. Oh, Frank Fielding puts it wide, but it was a good save from Frank Fielding in the end there, to be fair. Very good. Ah, lovely. Colkett puts it into the box. Not quite though. Long on the edge of the box. Keep the ball. Long into the box. Poll gets it out. Burgess. What more again? Can we have third time lucky? Abita shoots, and it's just over the bar for Jordan Abita. I mean, look at Jordan Abita. We signed him for, what, £500,000, and he has been invaluable to us. Mac Linden, free transfer, invaluable. Obviously, Colin Chaplin was here before, but a lot of these players, and there's only a few Portsmouth originals, if you like. It's really only the defence that are mostly Portsmouth originals. In fact, all of our defence today are Portsmouth originals, obviously apart from the keeper. We've got Naismith and Chaplin that are original. So we've changed the squad quite a bit, but the integrity of the squad has remained the same. But I was actually having a look at the dynamics yesterday, and I couldn't believe this. Apparently, Liam McLean is a team leader, which I just couldn't quite get over. I mean, I wouldn't expect it to be a lead, that's what I'm trying to say. But it's him, the captain, who I can't even think who the captain is now. It's one of the defenders, isn't it? I think it's Watmore, and then somebody else. I'll have to have a quick look, because it'll just drive me mad unless I know. I can't click on ourselves, brilliant. So if we go on dynamics and hierarchy, there we go. McLinden, Thompson, that's the one, and David Myler, the team leaders. So that's quite interesting. It's clear we've got a good squad dynamic, but a lovely ball from Thompson to Long, back into the game. He shoots, and it's just wide. That isn't really good enough, and we might have to bring our team leader on in a minute to rally the lads a little bit. But Fleetwood are beating Wolves, that helps. Well, actually, Wolves are down at the bottom, aren't they? So it's irrelevant. But the Wolves are doing really badly this season, and hopefully they don't go down. That'd be a real shame. But someone's in trouble. Hopefully he's not going to be sent off. But we are just going to change this around. Myler's got a yellow. It's his 12th yellow of the season. That's quite bad, actually. But, some of these players have to take a bit of flack for the team sometimes. But Naismith on the edge of the box of Chaplin. Chaplin shoots. Burgess! And I think that one's offside, though. I think it's offside. Burgess scores, but it's not going to count. Yeah, I knew that from the start. And it seems that both our formations are working really well. The 4-2-2, which we're using exactly at the moment, that's unlucky, that is. Quite, only a little bit off. You know, the 4-2-2 is more attacking, but at the same token, the 4-5-1 seems to deliver good defensive work. Not suggested, obviously, that we conceded there. We will bring Ben closer for David Myler. Just turn my Xbox off because it seems that every time I record, I seem to knock it. But Ned Lev into the box, what more gets it out? Come on, Colkit. Run with it now. You've got to prove you're a good player now. Colkit, obviously the Chelsea youngster. Good ball to Chaplin. He's done really well there. Chaplin. And Frank Fielding saves it. He should have done a lot better with that. Should Chaplin. Especially after Colkit put all that work in to make the chance. We're going to take Naismith off though now and bring Jamal Lowe on. We really want to win this game. A draw's not really going to cut it here. Cut the mustard, if you like. Hit early crosses, more direct passing, and prevent short distribution. Hopefully that works. We're actually going to go back to counter though. We don't want to go too attacking and I don't want to go defensive as well. Right, counter, there we go. And hopefully we can do something. Ned Lev into the corner again. Is it going to be deja vu? Not quite. Vilsvik. Why? Look at Fielding all the way up there. Blimey. Fielding puts it to Patterson. Don't score, whatever you do. Lovely from Thompson to McLinden. Now you've got more direct passing on. Surely you should just shoot up the pitch. Oh, that's unlucky. Good ball, though. Good eye for the ball, but Chaplin didn't quite get there. But Burgess to Cotton. They've got it back now. Diedu, Doyle Hayes, Diedu, Smith, Pack. Oh, it's 2-1. Marlon Pack scores for Bristol City. Apparently he used to play for the Pompey. Oh, it just feels like we just give away stupid points sometimes. And that's why we're not going to get promoted. There are some silly times, I think, honestly, there are some games, like that Bury game, we shouldn't have lost it. And they are 6 points this month that, if we'd have got them, we'd have been straight back into the playoffs. And it feels like it might be a bit, not too little too late, but too little too often, maybe, I suppose you could say. But it's nearly, it's not 3-1. Hopefully, we can get a point back out of this. I'm just going to encourage the players to get creative, etc, etc. The Villa are also winning. That doesn't help us out. We're now 5 points away from Villa. And Norwich doesn't have a game in hand as well. So we could be 8 points off the playoffs at the end of the day. But Lowe puts it into the box. Lowe, second time lucky. Puts it into the box. Chaplin, not quite. Doyle Hayes for Bristol now. Oh dear, it's going to be 3-1 more likely. Dietu, Thompson, Watmore, chuck it up. Lovely ball to Chaplin. Can we finish it off? Chaplin. Oh, that's shocking from Chaplin. That is poor. Very poor. A bit greedy as well. He could have really squared it to McLinden and it probably would have done a lot better. 1 minute left though. I don't think we're going to get anything out of this game. Really dissatisfying actually because we were obviously 1-0 up at the start of this game and that's a bit gutting. Got 13 seconds left. I very much doubt there's going to be a goal. I think that's going to be it. But Colkit, no, it's not. Nedlev for Bristol is going to close out the game and that is going to be 3 points dropped today. Never mind 1 point. That is going to be 3 points dropped and that is very, very annoying. Really annoying. The game's still going. D8 yeah, that's it. That's the final whistle. I'm really annoyed by that. That's not great at all. And that could be one of the games we look back at the end of the season that we bottled, as well as the Sunderland game last month. And that simply is not good enough. But we've got the Villa game in 3 days in the round of 32 in the FA Cup. So let's see how we get on in that. Hopefully it's a little bit better. And hopefully we beat the Villa. Quite a bit of rotation for this game against Villa. We're actually going to play Ryan Allsop in goal rather than Gazzaniga for today's game. But Love, Ebanks, Landell, Clark and Wiggins make a completely changed defence. Shenton's going to make his debut with Myler in field. Lowe and Adkanya take the wings. And then Chaplin and Macklin are going to be up front. So there's quite a few changes in today's game. And Shenton will take the number 30. So hopefully I can have a good first debut game. Obviously we beat the Villa early on in the month 1-0. Obviously we've gone back to the 4-2-2 formation. So come on. Let's see if we can win this. Again, I've said before that I don't really care about the FA Cup, but at the same time, if we can keep going in it, you know, I don't see why not. It's not like, I'm trying to think, it's not like a group competition, is it? It's not like it's a massive games, and I don't think we're going to win it anyway, so it's just all money, isn't it? It's all really revenue, bringing people to the stadium. I can imagine that the stadium will probably be packed today for this FA Cup game. If we can get through this one, we're in the round of 16, and if we can get through that, we're in the quarter-finals, and then it's pretty serious business. We have got to get through this game, though, of course, to do any of that. But it feels like in every single... I've gone about this throughout FM18. It seems that the second game in every single episode, it's a lot shorter. It just doesn't seem to be as exciting, whereas in a few episodes ago, when we played Preston and Brighton episode 5, if you haven't watched that, definitely go and watch it. It was quite the contrary, but that's really the only example that contradicts what I was saying. But anyway, for the Villa, Scott Hogan to Jack Grealish. Jack Grealish on the ball, shoots, and nothing comes of it. By the way, people call him Jack Grealish, which I do, and then people call him Jack Grealish. Now, if A&L is surely Jack Grealish rather than Jack Grealish, but it's an Irish name, so obviously it might be different pronunciations. But I've heard a few people calling him Jack Grealish, so I don't know what to think about that. But yield to Jack Grealish, and we were just talking about him. It's typical, isn't it? We've just been talking about Jack Grealish, and he's just gone and scored for the Villa. Deary me. Typical. But if they get 2-0 up now, it's going to be a disaster. 2 quick-fire goals for them would be a disaster for us. But Neil Taylor puts it in, Clark gets it out, Myler, Landl, or Bjarnason to Cargill. He was signed in the season they were actually relegated. Solomonson into Codger. And it's 2-0 to the Villa. And it feels like unless we have a really good comeback now, the game is almost very much over, which isn't too brilliant. Well, I'm going to go attacking anyway. All the fancy pants stuff. And that's a bit disappointing because we just don't want to be humiliated. I don't mind going out of the competition by any stretch of the imagination, but it's a bit humiliating, isn't it, sometimes? But we are 2-0 down at home against the Villa, and this could be the first episode for a long while where we have 2 losses, and that wouldn't be too brilliant, but just shows that, you know, you can't be too cocky. And just I was going, oh, this is going lovely, this save, as we go and lose twice. But Shenton on the ball to Myler. Adekanye on the wing. Adekanye puts it into the box, and McLinden nearly gets one back. I thought he had got one back, but it just went off the post. And that is most unfortunate, I feel. We've got a few minutes left in this first half, so it would be lovely to get 1 goal back. But the players are going to get an absolute screaming at half-time for that poor performance. But I think the good thing is, with a side like Portsmouth, we feel like we can beat anyone. And there's no real pressure on, so it feels like, you know... But, well, at the same time, we want that pressure to be on because we want to... You know, we don't want it to look like we're underdogs all the time. But there is pressure to win, no doubt about it. From a lovely ball from Adekanye to McLean, they put it into the box. Solomonson, Shenton to Lowe, and it's 2-1. Oliver Shenton gets his first assist of his Portsmouth career. And Jamal Lowe gets yet another goal. He's not one of the best players in terms of ability, but when he plays as a backup player, when he plays, he doesn't half play well. Lovely ball from Shenton. And Lowe, wow. Nobody was going to save that. That was absolutely lovely. Basically, we whacked it, really. That's all I can describe it as. But a lovely shot, and that's exactly what we need. But, obviously, we're still not on level terms. Hopefully, we can do that straight after half-time. And the players will still get shouted at. That's inevitable. And people are looking nervous or confused. Shenton particularly looking nervous. But, you know, he's got to step up to the plate. He's, what, 22, 23 now? So, these players have got to start their first-team career. So, they've got to step up to the plate. He's been given a new opportunity at Portsmouth. He's never really going to do it at Stoke, was he? But to be fair, you know, it's one of them things. You take the risk, you know, he could be in the Premier League with us next season, and Stoke could be down in the Championship. You never know, but Adekanye, I keep stopping my conversation. I think, oh, there's a chance here, but we can start Adekanye into the box, and Low, oh, headers it, but Brathwaite is got a little bit of a niggle for them, so if we go on opposition instructions, this is how I can do it tactically, and then we're going to try and close down the goalkeeper. See how that works. See how that works. He seems a little bit injured, and then a little bit, you know, not frail, but a little bit dodgy. We'll make 2 subs, though. Myler seems tired, so we'll bring Close on for him. We will also take Adekanye off and put... we'll actually put McAlinden on that left-hand side, and then put Chris Long up front. So that works for me, and I am more than happy with that. Right, so Chris Long comes on, as well as Ben Close. Come on. Got 20 minutes left here. Can we get anything out of this game? I don't really want to replay, but at the same time, I'd rather have a replay than lose. So we've got a late 18 minutes left here at Fratton Park, and here we go. Clark to Shenton. Chaplin. Long. Long runs up. Low. Into the box for Long. Ooh, Brathwaite. I think it's Brathwaite or something like that. He rises and collects it cleanly. Puts it out. Codger on the ball. Clark should get that out immediately. Wiggins, just get it out. Also, I don't know what we're buggering about for. Just get it out. Bjarnason now for Grealish. Close gets it nice. Love. Shenton. Just boot it up. Chaplin. Chris Long. It's nice build-up play, but we don't have bugger about. But Bjarnason to Brathwaite. Lansbury now on the ball. It could well be 3-1 to the Villa here. Good counter-attacking football. Gilles. Solomonson into the box for Lansbury to Hourahan. And it's 3-1 to the Villa. And it feels like our FA Cup dream is over for this year, which at the end of the day, I'm not too bothered about. Whisper it quietly, and I'm not too bothered about it. But as I said before, if we could have gone through that, that would have been nice. But it feels like we've met our match in today's game against the Villa, and they probably just wanted it more. which in reality we can now focus fully on the league and not bottling that, because we seem to be doing that a little bit lately, but that's our full focus. And for the first time in a while, we're going to lose 2 games on an episode, which is a bit sad. But, you know, that happens, and hopefully that doesn't affect the morale of the team too much. That's it. Villa are through. Good for them. We're going to still have a go at the players, because at the end of the day, even if you don't want to win a game, you can't exactly say, well done, you didn't win, to the players. But we're going to have pretty much 1 week between each game now. It'd be quite nice. Shenta makes his debut. Yep. Right, so when are we going to come back? We've got the schedule. We will come back, I think. We don't. The keep putting Southampton and Wolves together. I don't know what the hint is. But we will come back for. That's the end of the season. We don't want that. We don't want that. What's happened here? As you can see, it's quite a big run in now. So we'll play. I think we'll play against Palace and Millwall. So we'll play against Sheffield Wednesday and Barnsley off camera, and then hopefully a winnable game against Millwall, and maybe a winnable game against Palace. Who knows? But now I've been TIJ. Thank you so much for watching. Make sure to leave a like if you enjoyed. Comment down below any of your thoughts about the game, and also subscribe if you're new for daily FM content and also some Ashes cricket content as well on the channel. Thank you guys for watching, and I'll see you guys later. Goodbye.